So this should be a pretty quick video, and it's on solving quadratic equations. I'm moving the iPad so it might make noise. By taking the square root of both sides. That's literally what it's called in the notes I'm pulling from. So yeah, let's delve into this. Okay, so consider these two problems for methods to solve by taking square roots. What we really do is isolate x squared first. And I'm actually going to start with the example on the right side, because the way I really do these problems is I really say, let's let some variable y equal x squared. And then what we do is we solve for y if we plug that into the equation for x squared. So we have 3y equals 48. And then we divide both sides by 3. And we get y equals 16. And then what we do is we go back to the fact that y equals x squared. And we change the y to x squared equals 16. And then to go from here, we're going to take the square root of both sides. And the square root of 16 is going to be 4. And technically, for solving these equations, there's going to be two answers. It's going to be x equals 4 and x equals -4. Because you can technically plug -4 or +4 back into the equation, and it would satisfy it. And the other thing to mention is it's x to the second power, so that means there's two solutions. So you need to have two solutions, so that's why it'd be -4 or +4. So now we're going to do this problem. The reason I did this one to the left first is because I'm going to use the same technique that I used with the x squared in this problem with actually the entire expression x squared plus 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say we need to totally rewrite this as 15 because when I just did this out, I had to stop because I got a really ugly answer, but I want this to work out nicely. So we're going to change this to first 15 before anything else. Sorry. Okay. Now we're going to say y equals x squared plus 1. So then we're going to have 3 from before, that same y we have right above, and it's going to equal 15. Then we're going to divide both sides by 3. We get y equals 5. And now we substitute back in the expression we had before. So we got x squared plus 1 equals 5. We're going to minus 1 from both sides. We get x squared equals 4. And then we're going to take the square root of both sides. X is either 2 or x is either -2. Okay, let's do some examples. So we have 16d squared minus 81 equals 0. So first, I'm going to do the same method I have done this whole time. I'm going to do some number y equals d to the second power. So we get 16y minus 81 equals 0. We're going to solve for y by adding 81 to both sides and then getting 16y equals 81. Then we're going to divide both sides by 16. And we're going to get y is equal to 81 over 16. So then what we do next is we substitute back in our original variable. And then we're going to take the square root of both sides. So we get our original variable will be equal to the square root of 81 over the square root of 16. So the final answer is going to be 9 over 4. Here we have negative 6m to the second power equals 48. So I'm not going to do that same procedure out. If you want to substitute in and then make the substitute afterwards, you can. But I'm just going to go ahead and initially divide both sides by negative 6. So we get m to the second power equals negative 8. So we're still going to take the square root of both sides, and we'll get m equals the square root of negative 8. But it's important to remember this is from 0.7 complex numbers, that the square root of a negative number is going to be I square root of that number. So we get our variable m equals I times the square root of 8. The square root of 8 is the same as the square root of 2 times the square root of 4. So that will be square root of 2 times 2. I'm just going to rewrite it the proper way, 2 radical 2. So then the answer becomes m equals 2I square root of 2. All right, here we have 3 halves times x squared plus 11 equals 59. So we're going to minus 11 from both sides. We get 3 halves x squared equals 48. And then we're going to divide both sides by 2/3, which really is the same thing as multiplying both sides by 2/3. On the left side, we'll just have x squared left over. So x squared is going to equal 48 divided by 3 is going to be 16 times 2 is going to be 32. So then we're going to take the square root of both sides, and we'll have x equals the square root of 32, which is the same as the square root of 16 times the square root of 2, which is 4 radical 2. Okay, so for this one, we have 10 minus 7s squared equals 1. So we're first going to minus 10 from both sides. And then we'll have negative 7s squared equals negative 9. And then we're going to divide both sides by negative 7. And we'll have s to the second power equals 9 over 7. And then we're going to take the square root of both sides. So we get s is equal to the square root of 9 over the square root of 7, which is 3 over the square root of 7. Then we want to rationalize this, so we're going to multiply the numerator and denominator by the square root of 7. So we get s equals 3 radical 7 over 7. So after this lesson, you should be able to solve quadratic equations by having the last step as taking the square root of both sides.